Hi guys, my Reborn Nursery here. So it's been a while since I did a video. It's because there's a lot going on the past few months. A lot of moving around, changes. I gotta do school this Monday. I'm be doing preschool. Everyone's like, oh, why are you doing preschool? You never actually took care of children. You've been taking care of dolls all your life. Actually, that's not true. Because I've been around children all my life. I've been a secondhand teacher all my life. So I actually know how to take care of a child. And I kind of been growing up with children all my life. So got off my chest. As you see, this is the first change. This used to be all around. I'll say this used to be the nursery. This used to be actually the first place. It used to be the storage room when I had the upstairs. The upstairs has been changed around too. There's been a lot of organizing, changing, a lot of new faces you kind of see. So all this here is just junk right now. That is actually my art station. And right now this is actually my room to have my sensory time. The other room is actually my bedroom / nursery, and because I really wanted my bed in there, and everyone else is like, how did you get that big entire bed in there? Well, let you know, I had 3 beds this entire month. Well, actually, this third bed is actually lasting a lot longer than that second bed. This is actually my third bed. And you're like, how did I go through beds this fast? That pillow thing, actually Temple and Thomas, that pillow thing behind there is for my sensory. Because I have autism, and I use sensory for things to calm me down. So that's why I moved the bed in there, so I don't have to do what I want to do on there. And I wanted to sleep in the other room anyways. And it's hard because sleeping with 3 shelves full of dolls is hard, because you're like, what in the world's going on? Like, this is a lot of dolls. But there is maybe like a couple reborns in the collection, and you're like, how is this a reborn nursery when there's only 3 borns in the collection? It's because I collect reborns somewhat, because I don't have the money to be buying reborns. I don't have the money really at all. I'd rather buy reborns because they are comforting of the cloth and all that. But I like the vintage dolls a lot. The porcelain dolls are very comforting too. And you're like, how is a porcelain doll comforting if, like, somewhat they can break if you take them out? And I'm like, if you hold a porcelain doll ever, Annabelle over there, I actually put Joyce's wig on over there. Joyce and Skylar are technically our reborns, but in vintage wise. You're like, how is that? And I'm like, because they're like toddlers, but they're collectible toddlers. They're like the ones you're not really supposed to play with, not supposed to take out of the box. They're like a porcelain doll. You're not supposed to take them out of the box. But I love them dearly, and I couldn't do it. It's like my Shirley Temple. She's a collectible. So is Thomas. So the other dolls I have in the other room are collectibles and vintage. I probably have the most porcelain dolls in my collection. The second dolls are like play dolls. They're like why I collect those because that's what I really wanted from the Goodwill, and they're really cheap, and you can see them more online on eBay. You're like, I don't see that. You go on eBay and you look up those dolls I have, and they're around about $200 each. My Shirley Temple's around $500, and my mom paid $150 for her. I paid $35 for Thomas. He's probably worth a lot too. So, yeah, so I paid a lot cheaper for my dolls, and you're like, how I get them that cheap? Well, she was at an antique store, and he was at Romadrama. If you never heard that, because that is in Wisconsin State Fair. So, Romadrama's in that fair only. And one Pacific, they used to have 3, but now they don't anymore. So I am going to show you. Just making sure that I didn't hear doorbell. My opinion of a reborn and a vintage doll. And you're like, how am I going to do that? I was like, I have one right here. So I have her up here. So this is a JC reborn. And you're like, that's not a reborn. Actually, these are kind of like a reborn because they're painted realistically. They have the realistic details and everything like that. And then I showed you the other dolls. Those are vintage dolls too. But Thomas, I brought Thomas out a couple times, and everyone thinks he's a real child when I bring him out. I don't like bringing him out because he's a troublemaker when he's out. And then I have a little Sally over here. If I can get her out, she's in the high chair. Here's Sally. Sally is a vintage doll. She looks kind of like a reborn almost, except for she's vintage. You can see that she is vintage. She can close her eyes, open her eyes. She does have like the vintage details too, like the realism. Everyone thought she was a real baby when I brought her in the restaurant. It's like everyone, like. And then I'll show you a difference of a porcelain doll that actually everyone thought he was real, and I have to go in the other room and do that. So I'm gonna go like this so you don't see the messy house. As I heard the doorbell again, but it was nothing. And you can see the other room too, if you like. So this is the other room. So let me get him. He's down here. He's in the crib. So this is a porcelain doll, and you're like, how is that a porcelain doll? He is actually a porcelain doll. He actually kind of does look a reborn, and he's porcelain. So everyone thought he was a real baby. he kind of does look like a little baby. And I'm like, he cannot fit the car seat I have because he's way too heavy. And so he probably could fit a real car seat, but he cannot fit the car seat I have because he's too heavy. And then here's the rest of the collection. As you can see, it would be hard to sleep with. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm just going to give you a quick clip of the collection up there and over here and over there, so you guys can see. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye.